What's up, YouTube? It's Budget Martial Arts here again. I wanted to do a video on my lineage of martial arts. The picture that you saw before the video, that's everybody that's within my lineage, minus one person. I'll get into that later. Of everybody from my instructor for the last picture on there to Gichin Funakoshi, the modern, what they call the modern father of karate itself. I started back in 2009, which seems like a lifetime, but I didn't know my lineage of how I know what I know and how my instructor knew. So, and if you guys don't know, please ask your instructor what your lineage is, because it's just going to help you better out in your style. If you don't want to talk about your lineage, hey, that's cool, but just for you to know where it comes from, and later on, if somebody asks you, hey, where did you learn? Then they can Google it or YouTube it and find that person to where it's stated fact that that person did study and you have proof that you've got that rank or whatever it is or that certificate from that person. And people can just go ahead and, this day and age, Google it or YouTube them and just see them from there. My lineage started with Funakoshi, Gichin Funakoshi, modern day karate father, I guess you could say. And in the 1920s, he came over to to Japan and performed for the Prince of Japan. And then he went from Okinawa to Japan, Japanized karate itself. And that's how Shotokan got started. It's actually Okinawan style, but he modernized it for Japan, so it's considered a Japanese art. And then sometime down the road, Hakataka Nishiyama was the next one in my lineage of instructors. He learned karate from Funakoshi. He met him in judo when Nishiyama was taking judo at the time. And Funakoshi and Gino Kano kind of took bits and pieces from their arts and mixed them with the other person. So there's some judo in Shotokan, there's some Shotokan techniques in judo. And that's how Nishiyama met Funakoshi. And then Nishiyama transcended to karate itself, and it became a well-known practitioner of Shotokan, and he went throughout the United States promoting Shotokan. And there's been others like Taka, I believe, Indonesia, or well, a lot of Japanese names I'm not able to pronounce, which sucks, but a lot of JK instructors throughout the United States, from Europe to USA. The one that came from Japan to Chicago itself was Sugiyama. The next one in my lineage was Sugiyama. He went to Chicago to start a JKA, and that's where Andre McWilliams, Vito Rallo, Preston Barrett, all those that are in my lineage, that's where they got their start, is with Sugiyama himself. The next one, the next three in line is Andre McWilliams, Ed Bryant, and Vito Rallo. All three of those, while my instructor was training in Shotokan, all three of those instructors kind of put their knowledge into him. So Andre McWilliams, former police officer at the town I am in, or live in, he taught Shotokan at a YMCA, and then after he had to move out, or move away, Ed Bryant became the next instructor for the YMCA, and then it got turned over to my instructor. Now, Vito Rallo plays a part in it, because along with Sugiyama and Ed Bryant and all that, that's where my instructor got most of his knowledge, is from Vito Rallo and Sugiyama. So he's met those people. Andre McWilliams taught him. I'm not sure who gave him his actual black belt. I'm pretty sure it was either Andre McWilliams or Ed Bryant or Vito Rallo, one of those two, or one of those three. I'm pretty sure it's probably Vito or Andre that gave him his black belt. And then the next guy in line is Preston Barrett. He's a 5th degree in Shotokan. He gave my instructor his next rank at the time, which was 3rd. So his knowledge is also poured into my instructor, and I did have the pleasure of meeting Sensei Barrett, going down there in Carbondale. Got to meet him, and the cool thing is, I told him who my instructor was. He knew exactly who my instructor was. And he could tell me how he met him and a little bit about my instructor. That's how come I knew that it was in my lineage. If you guys have instructors out there, please ask them if you are ever inquiring about their lineage, who instructed them. And if they live close by, please contact them or go visit their dojo and ask them, hey, do you know so-and-so? That was my instructor. And if they know them, they will let you know a little bit about them and how they came to know them and this and that. And there are people out there that don't know their lineage, don't know their style. Those are some you want to watch out for, because if I'm in martial arts, whether it's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, Karate, Silat, Filipino, if I'm claiming to be an instructor and whether Kung Fu, whatever, if I'm claiming that I'm an instructor of this type of art or that type of art, and you ask me who taught me, I'm not going to give you, I don't want to give you somebody that I watched on a video and then I send them my $300 and they send me back this, or I send them $300 and they send me all the belts and all I did was put on a black belt. No. If you have somebody that's done that, please leave, because they probably don't know what they're doing or how they're training or how they're going to train you. The instructors that have legit certificates on how to teach, they've been through white belt all the way to where they are now. They've been through the tortures. They know what they're going to put you through because they've done it also. But that's my lineage on how right now I became, or my lineage to where I am now, from my instructor to then. And I have met other guys from other styles, and I've asked them, hey, what's your lineage or what's your style? They will tell you their style, their lineage, who they learned it from, where it comes from, this and that, because they are knowledgeable in that system itself. All right, I'm back. My phone crapped out. But you'll see people out there that don't know anything about their lineage. Those are the ones you want to watch out for. Just get somebody that knows, and I can tell you where they came from and their martial art itself. And I just wanted to share with you my lineage before my phone goes dead. But that's my lineage. That's how come I know what I know through martial arts, because their knowledge is poured into me. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see y'all later.